Well, hello there, everyone, and everybody on YouTube. I'm William Brantley from the North Jackson, Tennessee area at University Village Apartments on Walker Road, getting ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days here in just a moment. Great news. Still looks like generally mostly fair skies for the next 2 weeks, with very little, if any, chances for rain or thunderstorms during that time period. Maybe an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm here and there, but no more than 20% at best coverage. So we got a lot of dry weather coming our way. That could be good news or bad news, depending on how bad you need the rain, I guess. I have a Twitter friend over in East Tennessee that's claiming he's really getting dry over there. It's getting kind of dry here, but I'm behind for the month of September, but above normal for the year. Example, excuse me. I don't know why I do that while I'm on the video. Pardon, my nose got the itching for a second. Oh goodness, that happens sometimes, I guess. For the month, I'm up to 1.78 inches. Now, Bemis has had about an inch of rain, also in South Jackson, and that didn't include the very first day, though. Yeah, I started keeping Bemis records again, thanks to my friend Josh Estes, around the 12th of the month. But anyways, 1.78 inches here. And the normal is 2.71. That lets you know I'm a little behind. I'm ahead though for the year with 41.19 inches when normal is 38.58. So it'd take me a little while to get below normal for the year, even though I'm already below normal for the month. What can I say? That's just the way it happens sometimes. Alrighty. With that said, let me go ahead and just give you all the stats that I have. There's something I forgot to look up, so I'll have to ignore it tonight. Sorry about it. I forgot to look up the U.S. highest temperature and lowest for yesterday, and I forgot to write it down, too. I've got it, but it'll mess up my recording if I try to get it otherwise. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you with what I have. Yesterday's low temperature here in North Jackson was 65 degrees. Yesterday's high was 91 degrees. There's really no heat index yesterday. I believe the heat index, or feels like temperature, was about the same as the actual temperature. Okay, no rainfall fell here, of course, yesterday. Yesterday's highest wind gust was 11 miles per hour out of the southeast. And I did get yesterday's highest temperature for West Tennessee, though. That was 91 degrees right here in North Jackson, Tennessee. Yesterday's coolest low for West Tennessee was 63 degrees, and that occurred at Covington, Bolivar, Savannah, Lexington, Paris, and right here at the Jackson, Tennessee airport. All 6 locations had 63 degrees for a low yesterday morning. Remember, I had 65, so I was 2 degrees warmer than that. Okay, that's yesterday's data. Let me go ahead and go into today's. I'm going to give you the conditions as of 9 p.m. since I am a little behind here. I went to a great nephew's football game tonight up in the Medina, Tennessee area. Sam Brantley was playing his team, and I think it was I forget the name of the team now. It was for Medina Elementary School. I want to say I can't even think of the name of the team now. They were playing Northeast Middle School, the one in Medina, and unfortunately they lost by 4 points, I think. But it was just fun watching Sam Brantley play for Medina Middle School, I think it was. Okay, I'm not going to say no more since I forgot the name of the team. Sorry about that. Okay, as of 9 p.m., it was clear skies here in North Jackson. The temperature was 75 degrees. The dew point was 70 degrees. The humidity was 94%. The wind was calm, and the barometric pressure was 29.97 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature was 65 degrees. Today's high was 92 degrees. The heat index was 93 degrees, so we really didn't have a heat index. It felt 1 degree warmer than the actual temperature, and that's basically equal or close enough. In the shade, that is, of course. Now, in the sun, it felt like about 103, so in that sense of the word, it was kind of warm. Okay, no rain, of course, fell today since midnight. The lowest humidity today, was 41% at 3 p.m. The highest would be 100% at 2 through 7 a.m. The lowest barometric pressure was 29.94 inches, and that occurred at 4 and 5 p.m., while the highest would be 30.03 inches, and that occurred at 10 and 11 a.m. And today's highest wind gust was 11 miles per hour out of the northeast at 2:37 p.m. And by the way, I have most of these climate data information already printed or posted on both my Brantley's Weather group page on Facebook or on my Twitter page, if you'd like to see them there. I go ahead and share them as a print form on Brantley's Weather group on the Facebook page there. Not my timeline, but on my group page, Brantley's Weather group page, where I have the stats there posted there, and like I said, on Twitter also. And I might as well go ahead and mention them in my video. That way, it's almost a sure bet you'll know what it was. And I'm sure you want to know too. Alrighty, let me move on to today's records. Almost forgot about that. Today's records for September 22nd. Hottest high would be 93 degrees. Oh my goodness. We just barely missed the record high. I just noticed that. 92 was the high, and the record was 93. Oh my goodness. One degree. There it is. There's one finger. 1 degree shy of the record hottest high. Oh my goodness. And that was set back in 1958. The 93 degree part was. That's an old record, but it still stands though. And the coolest high would be 62 in 1984. The warmest low would be 72 in 1986 and 2005. Well, the coldest low would be 36 degrees, and that occurred in 2001. But that got kind of chilly down in 2001, didn't it? 36 degrees, my goodness. Oh, now catch this one. I had to mention this one. 2002, and I remember it well. I lived on Barnes Road in the north part of Jackson, kind of in the Oakfield and Medina area, back in 2002. In September 26th, and had 10.5 inches of rain that day. That's the rainfall record for today's date, September 26th. 10.5 inches of rain in one day in 2002. That still doesn't match the record back in May 1st of 2010, though, when I had 11.94 in one day, nearly 12 inches of rain in just one day. But 10.5 is a whole lot of rain, though. It's still a lot of rain. And I remember that flash flooding that took place where Medina Road was covered in water near where Baker's Chapel Road comes in the north side there. That area was flooded out. And I believe a lot of other areas and parts of Madison County was flooded out back then, too. But that was kind of, I think that was about the second biggest flood that Jackson's ever had in history. There was a big one in 1950, of course, and then in 2002, And the one in, I think 2010, I did them all though. When I think I had almost 16 inches in 2 days, or actually 27 hours, when I had 15 and a half inches or somewhere along in there for a 2 day total, really 27 hour total. Back then, May 1st and 2nd of 2010. That makes me think of that when I see that 10 and a half inches, today's rainfall record back in 2002. So I had at least 3 different times since 1948 of having a huge rainfall. I think it was 1950, January 1950, when we had 17 inches of rain just that 1 month. And then, of course, 10 and a half inches in 2002. And then 2010, we had nearly, what was it, almost 16 inches, I mentioned, about 15 and a half inches. Amazing. And by the way, I forget the exact amount for May of 2010 off the top of my head, but we broke an old record that was kept by the airport back in 1950 of 17 and a half inches. For the whole month, we had more than that in 2010. I think it was right around 18 inches, or maybe a little bit more than 18 inches in 2010 is what I had measured total in the Bemis area for May of 2010, if I can remember correctly. I'm going strictly off of memory, and I think I'm serving you pretty good on that one. Okay, I've talked enough on that, I guess. Let me move on to the graphs, and I'll give you 2 or 3 days forecast or something like that in just a moment, then I'll be through for the night. Okay, I'll look at well, I ain't got nothing on the radar, but I'll show it to you anyways. Oh, clear skies out there, you're not going to get anything on the radar. But I'll show it to you, thanks to AccuWeather. Tennessee is clear as a bell as far as clouds or precipitation goes. A few little false echoes, I guess, popping up, but as you can see, nothing in the state of Tennessee falling. And that's this false echoes right there. It disappears too quick to be rain. So there's a good shot of clear skies and no precipitation statewide, actually. Alrighty, move on to the satellite picture, which will show the same thing. Satellite picture, the enhanced version. Hey, skies are clear too. All across West Tennessee. Beautiful picture. Cloud-free Tennessee. How about that? Beautiful. A few little high thin clouds up there in Missouri, but they're not bothering us. There's a few over in Arkansas just trying to mess around over there, but it's not going to affect us either. It's just about a clear scope all the way across, isn't it there? Oh my goodness. Beautiful out there. Alrighty. Then move on to the current map. Courtesy of the Weather Channel. We do have a cold front that's going to be moving through probably tomorrow night. But it's going to move through apparently as a dry front because there's no rain in the forecast, more than a 20% chance of a pop-up. So most likely we're not going to get any rain from this cold front. That one that you see right there in Missouri and Arkansas. Mainly because there's no low pressure really that close to us. It's just going to come through as a dry cold front. That's what a dry cold front means. It's just going to change the wind direction to the north and start pulling in slowly some cooler temperatures. Now, very little, if any, rainfall associated with it. Even though there is some out there in the plain states, as you can see, and some up in the northwestern corner of Missouri around Kansas City, but that's not expected to affect us. And there you see the other frontal systems in the country. The highs and lows out west. And I imagine you know what that is, that circle. Hurricane Maria, and I don't believe she's a hurricane anymore either. Let me see if I can get a quick map to see if it is or not. And it's not showing it. I think I saw a while ago 60 or 70 mile an hour winds associated with Maria now. it's going to come close to, and I emphasize close to, the North Carolina border, like around Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, but it's going to be weak. So that right here, that's Maria right there, right in the center of that. But I believe it's projected to head on out, get that close to the border, and then head on out. I believe that's what the projection map is. And if I don't forget, I'll try to put a projection map on it right after I get through with the video. And then you see it on my Facebook group page or on my Twitter page if you'd like to look at it from there. Alrighty, that's pretty much the map features. Let me go ahead and go on to the forecast, read you a few days here, and I'll be through for tonight. I need to because I've been a little longer than I'd planned on, but that's okay. I hope you don't mind me doing a slightly long one. Tonight's forecast is basically calling for more clear skies, mostly clear, partly cloudy at worst. Through, actually, I think it'll be all the way through at least Wednesday or Thursday of next week. My goodness, what a long period. Every day, mostly clear to partly cloudy at worst, every day for the next 9 days. Now, the sunset tonight at 6:46 p.m. It'll be rising tomorrow morning at 6:47 a.m. Almost 12 hours of period between sunset and sunrise. How about, I was going to say darkness. I don't know if that's appropriate or not. The moon will be setting tonight at 11:08 p.m. and be rising tomorrow afternoon at 1:31 p.m. And by the way, the sun sets tomorrow evening at 6:44 p.m. And tomorrow is the first quarter moon phase complete. It'll be complete. The first quarter moon tomorrow. It's kind of complete tonight too, though. It's close enough anyways. Now tomorrow morning's low temperature should be about like it was this morning, right around 65 degrees or so, or right near it. I believe it was, 65 this morning. Tomorrow's high is going to get up to about 90, 92 maybe. But that'd be the last day that we have temperatures approaching 90 degrees though. We'll have north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour tomorrow. On Thursday, mostly clear of course, low near 62 and high of only 81. That'd be the biggest notice there, with north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And I'll go ahead and go through the weekend with you. It looks like it's going to be, like I said, mostly clear Friday through Sunday at least, with the low near 56 Friday, high of 80, with north winds of 10 to 20, and low of 56 Saturday morning, a high of 79, with northeast winds of 10 to 20, and low near 55 Sunday morning, and a high of 82, with east winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour. So it looks like it's going to cool down at least to the lower 80s opposed to the lower 90s. That'll help a little bit. And the lows are going to drop on down toward the middle 50s toward the weekend. So it'll be a little cooler in that respect. That's a little bit of a break anyways. Alright, I think that's it for tonight, folks. I'm going to let it go for tonight. Good night, everybody. I hope all of you have a very pleasant Tuesday night, September 26th. I hope you have excellent dreams tonight, and I hope you wake up to a beautiful Wednesday morning, September 27th, 2017, and I hope we get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow evening. And until then, may God bless all of you, and good night.